Up, everybody? Yo, it's your boy Blaise McCoy. We're back with a little bittersweet, my final Get Blaze interview of the year. Well, you'll have that. This is what I've been waiting for a really long time, when I didn't expect at the beginning of the year. Because of some crazy circumstances, I ended up finding a bunch of great new friends here on YouTube, even though they're like Giants and Eagles fans. I won't hold that against them. So, anywho, I got my Giants helmet, my Eagles helmet. I can represent the boys from the crew. So, the Hardcore Sports Network is who I'll be interviewing today. If you haven't seen any of the interviews before on my page, I do have a playlist with all the interviews. They have been so much fun, meeting new people, mixing different communities. And the whole idea isn't anything about me. It's all about sharing the love, best practices, what got you into YouTube, what do you like, what do you don't like, what are your and just trying to help other people out that are either starting or struggling or trying to grow their own YouTube channels, because this is a lot of work. And these guys have even proven even further pun for one of my guys there, further that it's a process. It's something that some people can go on YouTube and, I was going to say free ball it, but you're going to pause me. I know. Just free ball it and just go live and have fun with whatever you do, gaming, one of your favorite things to do or whatever. But a lot of people do a shit ton of work behind, there goes my monetization, a shit ton of work behind the scenes to do what they do on YouTube. So once I got my platform big enough and had reach, I wanted to reach out to other communities, to other content creators. I'm not a big fan of the YouTuber word. It's kind of weird, but I like content creators. But I couldn't do it without the people in the chat, the communities that we all have that we've brought together. For those that say YouTube's toxic and this and that and drama, maybe you're in the wrong community. So, and I found an amazing community with the Hardcore Sports Network. And I'm proud to be a part of it. And I have seven people that I'm going to interview today. The interview process will be a little shorter. I'm going to try not to ramble and talk so damn much like I normally do, but I guess someone who doesn't know how to shut up is pretty good to be a content creator, apparently. So let's check out the chat. Wally, my man Wally's always in the building, man. You are an amazing supporter, my brother. I appreciate you. Odd, same thing. Against All Odds 20 in his channel. Great people, great dude. I appreciate you, my friend. Triple Beat as well. Good to see you, Beat. Welcome in. So you know the spiel. Hit the like if you like it. Share it out. Let people know what's going on and send them in. If you're watching the replay, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you like. In the description, this is a long description of this stream. I got everybody's social media and YouTube channels for all 7 of my guests today. So if you see someone you enjoy today, thought they were funny, thought they were quirky, thought they were cool, check out their channels. That's the simplest thing you can do. I have a t-shirt on my TeePublic store that says loyalty is currency. And that's something I really learned to live by here on YouTube. Sure, you can super chat. Sure, you can be a member. But just hitting the like button, subscribing and sharing it out, those are free. And loyalty is currency to us content creators. So whatever you can do, support whoever you do support, we appreciate it. And I'm pretty sure I speak for the boys I'm about to bring on here. But before we do my awkward intro and me talking about myself for a little bit, I'm going to share a little video here first and show you just a little backstory on some of the interviews that I have done. And I'll bring them back next year because when football season starts, I can't wait to bring you guys the Red Zone once again. So I have, let's see here. Let's bring it up. I decided I want to interview people, YouTubers, content creators, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not the one that continues. And as a content creator, you kind of got to be a little forward and bug people for collabs and for stuff like that and send them a million DMs. Very awkward for me, but I was glad, very blessed to have some of these people say yes and come on my show and enjoy what we do here, just having fun. So getting Blaise has nothing to do with drugs. So, put your joints and bongs away if you want. It's all about the experience with your boy Blaise McCoy here. And getting Blaise is just hanging out with me and having some fun. So my first interview with 2, and I won't hold this against them either, Detroit Lions content creators. Gridiron Blitz and Troxel I met about 4 or 5 years ago, and I've watched them grow their channels from 10s to 100s to 20 and 30,000s. I preach this a lot because numbers are the game. I get it. But my subscriber number 13 is just as important as subscriber 1,333, as subscriber 27 is, Mitch will love this one, subscriber 69. So, I don't push the envelope as much. I always say the little thing like, for those old heads like me, if you remember the thing called magazines, if you like the magazine, you subscribe to it and you got one every month, right? So if you enjoy someone's YouTube channel, subscribe and you'll get more content. I never press the issue and yell, subscribe. But I just say, if you enjoy what's going on, subscribe. These 2 guys are, and there's a common bond between all these people that I've interviewed. Really cool people, real. They're just basically themselves and they love engaging with the chat. And they're working really hard to grow their YouTube channels to do something special. Trucks and Grid, like I said, Lions fans, but I won't hold that against them. They got a decent team now. I'll give them a little bit of props. But I've watched them grow. We shared best practices, things we didn't like, things we did like, things we hated about YouTube, things to get better. So that's what really made me get more into making these help new and growing content creators. So a big shout out to Trucks and Grid, and Lions are going to have a losing season this year. My boy, Big Daddy Beard. Jay-Z's a great dude, man. He started a podcast, the Debate Table podcast, he called it. And he's a gamer. He does tons of different games. He's hilarious on the mic. He started something called Battle of the Beats. And me as a former DJ, drummer, I have friends that make their own music. I've made a lot of the beats that you hear on our little segments and stuff here. But Big Daddy Beard started Battle of the Beats. He found content creators that make their own music all over the world, from the Philippines, from Asia, from everywhere, Australia, the UK, and he brings them together and has battles. They play their beats and people pick who they like better. And what it's doing is the same thing I want to do here. It's giving new exposure to all these content creators and helping them grow. So big shout out. How you feeling? How you living, Big Daddy Beard? And he always says, Johnny Blaze ain't a damn thing changed when I come around. And I appreciate you, my man, BDB, in the building. That was a fun interview. And you can check all these out on the playlist on my channel. Wrestling Days. This one, I never thought he would say yes. Over, close to 300,000 subscribers at this point. This guy is humongous. He started out with toy hunts, where he lives in the UK, and he would do toy hunts and show wrestling figures and stuff like that. Now he does watch-alongs where hundreds and thousands of people watch every time. He got to know me through his chat. He was calling me Blaised Radio for a while, which I'm blessed, very blessed. So for what I have, but Blaised Radio was my name for about a year, until I finally put in his chat like 1 million times. I spammed the shit out of it and talked to his mods. Blaze like days, Blaze like days. So we had a blast talking on that interview too. Days is a really, really cool guy, and I was humbled to have. And like I said, whether you have 10 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 100,000, just do what you love. Jackknife Finnegan, another one that when I interviewed him, he had 98,000, I believe. He's over the 100,000 mark now to himself. Another gamer, mainly GTA stuff, some Fortnite. He has little comedy skits and he tells stories. One of the funniest dudes I've met here on YouTube. Every night, late night, he's doing GTA, and he is one of the best at engaging with his chat. Let's fucking go, boys. He has all kinds of things he says and does, his little taglines to keep the people. One thing he does, and he has a lot of members to his channel, is he thanks every single member that comes into his chat. He sees a green name. He says, thank you for being a member and supporting the stream. And he does that consistently all the time. That's what people love. Shout out to you, Jackknife, my boy. That was a fun interview as well. Up next, these were all last year. Some guy named Mitch Kowalski or something. I don't know who the hell he was. He was boring, but Bird Gang 31, my boy, he was fun to interview as well. In all seriousness, this is where I finally start to get to know Mitch, and I started to get to know those in the Hardcore Sports Network. I was always against joining a group, and it wasn't anything about the people in the groups. But when you're in a group, especially when it's really big, like a network, there's going to be people you might not like, you might disagree with. So working together is a little more difficult, but these guys showed me, especially in a very dire time when we lost our boy Jeff Turner, that they came together, and they are such a great brotherhood is what I'd like to refer to it as. And it made me say, you know what, let's do it, Mitch. Let me be a part of the network. And I should have joined a year ago, to be honest. These guys are amazing. I can't wait for you guys to meet some of them. If you haven't, you're going to get to know them today. We're going to do a fantasy football draft, and I got to quit rambling because it starts at 6, and we got some questions to ask. Shout out to Bird Gang and my boy Mitch. We may talk to Mitch sometime soon. I don't know. The House of X, Leo and Teddy Wanston, they're on my EFED, my digital wrestling show too. These guys are great. I want to go to New York so bad and hug these two guys because they are tremendous. 3 monetized channels. Wanston just wrote a book. Leo does gaming on his channel as well. Wanston does cooking. These two have shown and taught me so much. They interviewed me a year before I interviewed them. And yeah, I got emotional. I'm an emotional person. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. No shame in my game. I love these guys. They are amazing. And big shout out to the House of X Entertainment and Leo and Wanston. They are a shining example of how much work you can do and the success you can have here on YouTube. That was the end of the first series last year. I brought it back this year, and one of the guys responsible for bringing me on YouTube, Pete Wall from up in Canada, I saw him doing like WWE 2K entrances for custom characters, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I used to be in an EFED, and then he would do complete shows, and I thought, I could do that. I've always wanted to be like a game show host or a commentator. So he was my inspiration. He hates hearing that. He doesn't want to be the reason, but Pete's a great guy. Very brash, very outspoken. Pete and Vince McCoy, who's been doing YouTube for 20 years. And he does the EFEDs too. He does a spot on Jesse Ventura impersonation. He does a spot on Hogan, a spot on Jim Ross. He's a great guy. We disagree a lot, but we have a lot of fun. Big shout out to Vince McCoy and Pete. We talked about when 2K23 came out, wrestling and all kinds of stuff. Great dudes. That was a fun interview. After that one, Pittsburgh. I met this guy here. He's from the Pittsburgh area, moved to LA to do sports card grading. He was in a company. And then I found out he used to be a pro wrestler, friends with all my boys from the Wrestle Sense podcast. He knew them from Southwestern Pennsylvania. So I've got to meet Anthony a couple times for card shows where I'm a big collector, as you see on my junk behind me. I am a sports enthusiast like all the boys I'm about to bring on. And Anthony was a great interview. The dude has a huge eBay channel. I learned a lot about eBay selling and promoting there as well. And that's like, I got my hand dipped into so many pots right now because I do the eBay. I have a TeePublic store. I have a website for my EFED and stuff. So it's a lot of work, and big shout out to Anthony. One of the nicest, most genuine dudes I've met here on YouTube. But I wouldn't want to take a power bomb from him. Still, he was a big dude. Josh and Rocha from the Sports Fury. I've watched these guys grow their channels too. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They do watch alongs. They're hilarious. They're fun. And they continue, and they're very consistent. They're doing a show like every night, every second night. And they have a huge following, a great community. They are phenomenal with the chat. And I love that. That's one of my biggest perks. And I keep looking at the chat now because I don't want to miss nobody like my boy, Brooklyn Joker. Shout out to you, my brother. Good to see you. And shout out to all my mods, my members, everybody out there helping out me grow this channel as well. So big shout out to Josh and Rocha for finally saying yes and coming onto my show so I can pick their brains as well. That was a fun one. Coming up after that one, Valhalla Sports Talk, another guy that does watch-alongs. He's a Vikings fan. I won't hold that against him. Yeah, okay, that joke's getting old, I know. Valhalla Sports Talk. I've watched him grow his channel from virtually nothing to 10s and 20s and 30s and tons of subscribers as well. Jeff's a great dude. We had a great talk about sports, about wrestling, about being a content creator. LA, Lakers, Dodgers, Kings, and he was always been a big Vikings fan. So he does great content over there. He's a master of OBS. This dude has all the filters, all the crazy stuff going on. Very professional. Does a phenomenal job over there on Valhalla Sports Talk. Shout out to my man. I believe the next one was the last one I did. Yeah. Now, this guy I've been watching for a while, Pete McDevitt, and I didn't know that his brother started Maryland Championship Wrestling. And the day of our interview, he calls me. He's like, hey, can we push the interview back? I'm sitting here with Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy and a bunch of wrestlers, and we're talking shop. And I was like, how in the hell are you? He's like, I'm like, all right, we'll push it back. No problem. I'm a big wrestling fan. It's a story you can tell on the podcast. And then he told me that his brother helped start that indie fed. And Pete has a very crazy story. Pete had, and it makes me think of Jeff, our boy Jeff. He had an infection. He had a problem that he lost his hand and both of his legs to an illness, but it didn't stop him. The dude's so positive. And I've watched him for over a year, and I had no idea he had that issue because he just sits there and has fun with his chat. And I've learned so much off of Pete. It was a very emotional show because we talked about him overcoming all that adversity and still doing what he does. He's big with Disney streams, and him and Pittsburgh do all those watches where you can see all the things at Disney and all the events and stuff. So I live vicariously through them, like I've been to Disney World and Disneyland and experienced all that stuff. So shout out to Pete McDivitt. That was a great interview. Great interview. Yeah, I cried. I definitely cried, even more so afterwards, because it's so inspirational to see that no matter what can bring you down, this type of thing. And I was just talking to Mitch before we came on, because I missed some streams early in the week from, some of my illnesses that I have. And once I go live, it all goes away. It really does. It's amazing what live chats and streams like this can do. So big shout out to Pete McDivitt. That was a great interview. Now, when I bring this series back next year, because Sundays are going to be for football coming up very soon. Jesse Jackhammer, there he is. We got more Canadians piling in. Good to see you, my friend. So Maryland Championship Wrestling is where Pete was the day of the interview, and I got to talk to him. That was a fun interview. Check it out. Next year, I'm going to change up the format, do some different stuff, try to mix it up a little bit. I kept the same format for all these now, 12 interviews, and now we come to our 12th interview. AK has been he's been following me on my channel, coming to my streams. I really appreciate that. He's actually at Eagles practice right now, so that's pretty interesting. Mitch, there's my boy. He's the only one to ever be on the Get Blaised talk show interview twice. Congratulations, Mitch. You whatever. Orange Cassidy sucks. I know. Halftime, Philly halftime. Another guy that I got to know from the network and meeting all these guys. Phenomenal. It's hilarious. I love what he does with his kid with the gaming streams. I love busting his balls when he's doing streams as well. It's always fun. Earl Cole's actually the first one I met through the network. I watched him on some of his watch-alongs and other wrestling streams. And big shout out to Earl. I was on their stream last night for the SummerSlam watch-along with a couple other ones too. So it was a good time. Big shout out to Earl Cole. Coach Ed, I've just gotten to know the last couple of months. We got a lot in common with old school hip hop. I think halftime, me and Coach are around the same age. And that's what I love about it too. Whether you're 50, 40, 30, even in your 20s, this shit can bring people together of all ages. And if you don't realize already, I'm not PG. That's me. And that's just the way it is. If I lose some monetization for it, who cares? As long as I have fun and just be myself. And that's one thing I've learned to do a little more. When I started this podcast, so we're going to meet all 7 of these dudes here soon, but just a little tiny more about me. I have a Bachelor of Science in Marketing from a college here in Southwestern Pennsylvania. And I worked for about 20 years in retail. I was a manager of a Champ Sports for a long time. It was a great job to have. I mean, talk about free shoes and discounts on jerseys and stuff like that. It's where I got all these helmets. But I was in Elkhart, Indiana and Fort Wayne, Indiana before I came back to Pittsburgh. So as I was in Indiana, I got to know the Detroit market, the Chicago market, the Indianapolis market. I could give two shits about the Cleveland market. Speaking of that area, Lord Amadeus is in the house. What's up, my friend? Yeah, if you see back there, I got my, I don't want to bring it up here, my little turd emoji. That's my Cleveland Brown logo. That's their new logo back there. So big shout out to LA in the house, Lord Amadeus. Good to see you. But I was a DJ for years, weddings, clubs, bars. I was a drummer in a rock band. I was actually in a hip hop group when I was younger. I was actually in a dance crew when I was younger too. So a lot of people don't know about that. I started in EFED, which is Electronic Federation on paper way back in the day, AOL.com and all that crazy stuff. I've been doing that for a really long time, and now I do that here as well. This channel was Blaised Radio for a reason. I was never supposed to be on camera. People started telling me I had a radio voice, and I was like, cool, we'll call it radio. And I had a friend in college whose name was Blaze. And I love that name. So for those that don't know, it's not my real name, but it's just my alias. But that moniker was supposed to just be me in the background, no pictures, just doing the wrestling stuff. But it turned into something a lot bigger. And when I found out I had reach, I wanted to try to inspire and help as many people as I could. Yeah, that's right, Randy. Here, I even got the sound effects for it. How about it? Well, you're close enough. Get out of here. Get out of here, LA. I still consider you from Cleveland, no matter what. So what am I missing? What am I missing? Sports card collector, all that good stuff, sports enthusiast. And I never thought that I would be doing this on a regular basis. I had, right before COVID, a lot of health issues, a lot of problems that took me out of the retail world and stuck me at home. So I found a way to to overcome a lot of my health issues, bad discs in my back and my neck and my shoulder and stomach problems, and a lot more than that I even care to talk about. But the idea, because I always say, you never know what someone's going through or what they've gone through before. So I really enjoy meeting so many people that have overcome adversity. A lot of my community, mental or physical restrictions, but I know people that are in wheelchairs, people that are, confined or have this issue or that issue. I've learned a lot about autism and people that have that. I consider it a superpower. And those people hasn't stopped them from doing what they love to do here on YouTube. And I'm just blessed to got where I am now, and I can't wait to keep going. I don't care if I get more subscribers. Every goal I set for YouTube is already done. So if you like it, hit subscribe. If you don't, you don't. Let's move on to my boring, stupid stuff to some real stuff, which is bringing these guys on and talking about them. But before that, it is a little more about me. We're going to take a little commercial break. So those who might not know what I do can get a little more understanding about my WrestleSense podcast, my LTD Federation, and one thing I can't wait to bring back, the Legion of Dork. If you see a lot of these like Spider-Man, Star Wars toys and wrestling figures and starting lineups, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. So my brother actually made one of these a long time ago. He sent away for it. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's funny. It's my bobblehead. So we're going to take a short commercial break, come back, bring the boys on, talk shop for about a half an hour, do a fantasy draft, and we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to Wang Chung tonight. How about it? All right. We'll be right back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Blaise McCoy, the lunatic kick from the sticks, the Steel City Sultan, your dungeon master, creator, commentator, promoter, MC, DJ, ring announcer, play-by-play, all that good stuff. And you're tuned into the Blaised Radio Network as part of the Digital Wrestling Syndicate here on YouTube, where we're showcasing your original created characters with custom shows, titles, arenas, and music. Our digital wrestling shows feature you in action in the ring, putting unity back in the community and repping many other channels with unique events like the Combat Kingdom Stable Wars, Game Night with interactive chat, games, and prizes, the Get Blaised Talk Show with special guests, show reviews, recaps, and live interviews, digital collector cards for roster pages on our Wix website where you can find everything you need to know about LTD, and check out the TeePublic store for your LTD merchandise. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Blaze Brews Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. And sit back, relax, let the AI take you for a ride. But always remember this: we're all leaning towards death. Some are just a little bit closer. Peace and positive vibes to all you, and stay tuned to Blaze Radio, hook, line, and sinker. This is your boy Blaise McCoy saying, see ya in my stream.
bird, it's a plane, it's a dork, it's a couple dorks, reminiscing some nostalgia in classic video games, toys, and cartoons. I'm your boy Blaise McCoy, and with my awesome friend Super Nacho, we invite you to join us in the Legion of Dork, a podcast where we talk about our favorites of the past and discuss it all with you. The good old days when video game arcades were full, pinball, and more. When the toy stores were stocked to the ceilings with all your favorites like G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Well, it started all with Pong with me in the 70s. Then Atari, Nintendo, Sega, ColecoVision, and television, and more brought new classics. Classics like Space Invaders, pew pew pew, and Donkey Kong, Pitfall, Dig Dug was a great one. Spent a lot of quarters on Galaga, that's for damn sure. Tecmo Bowl, hut, touchdown, and all the sports games. Super Mario Brothers became an instant classic, so did Zelda and Sonic the Hedgehog. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was a great one to play. So was Street Fighter, Hadouken, and all the fighting games. Star Wars toys and Hot Wheels is where I started collecting toys back in the day. Masters of the Universe, and you can't forget the bad guys. Of course. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Inhumanoids are here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell. Can't forget the wrestling figures, WWF, AWA, and those little guys, the Muscles. Yeah, I love playing with those, are great. Thundercats, ho! And even Voltron brought them all together with movies, cartoons, and toys. Join us in the Legion of Dork right here on the Blaised Radio Network here on YouTube. All right. That's a little bit of what I do here on YouTube, and I like doing a lot of different stuff. And I did one thing for like 4 years, and people told me, you're not going to grow your channel with just one thing. And I did, but it was very slow and, organic, which is, I love organic growth and just seeing people join. So we're going to mix our first two segments together, and we're going to have the Blaze Basics and What You Like as I bring on each of my 7 guests and just pick their brain a little bit before we go to the 2 really fun things I want to do, which are talking about jerseys and a little fantasy football draft. So here is the first segment, Blaze Basics and What You Like. All right, so it's time to meet the fellas. We're going to talk shop. I'm going to ask each one a question as I bring them on to find out a little bit more about them. And then we're going to play a little game, and then we're going to have a little fantasy draft to close it out and have some fun. I want to thank everyone for stopping in, popping in, hanging out with your boy Blaze. And I always say, whether it's 1 minute, 1 second, 1 hour, or the whole damn show, it's much appreciated, and it really is. Ladies and gentlemen, in the description of this show, I should say, all the links for Mitch, for Halftime, for Coach, for AK, for Earl, for Further, for Next Shift, all their channels, all their social media links are all in the description. And also, if you're not already subscribed to the Hardcore Sports Network, you're doing it wrong, people. All right, so let's get down to business. Big Chuck's in the house. I saw some more people pop in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, share it out, all that good shit. Let's bring on the guy that brought me into the network first, my man, Mitch KOFSKY. What is up, Mitch?
Yo, how's it going, man? How's it going?
I've been waiting for this for a long time, man. This one's been a work in progress for months now, and I'm glad to close out this series of interviews with this. So for those who want to know why Mitch joined YouTube and what he does, you could go watch the other stream. What I want to know from Mitch, the question I have for Mitch today is,
Hit me.
What's your favorite part of being a content creator?
I talk about this with all my friends, like, who don't do YouTube. And it's the community you built, and it's them coming back to you. Like, I've been doing YouTube for like 9 years, right? And a couple of streams ago, this one guy who hasn't seen me in like 5 years popped back into one of my streams and remembered me. So it's just like the fact that they've been watching me for so long and then came back to my stream after so many years. That's the coolest thing because they're still thinking about you. They're still thinking like, what is Mitch doing? Is Mitch still doing his original stuff? What is he up to?
Does he love Orange Cassidy? He's a big Orange Cassidy fan. We all know that, right?
We're going to get started with this already.
And I say this, Mitch, all the time. People, you jump into your analytics. You want to analyze, your fans, where you're at, your likes, your subscribes, your all the views and stuff. But one of the best measurables, I think, for a content creator is average watch time. Yes. If you go in there, you see how long you retain that person. So you could have a stream where you only have 10 viewers, but if they're there the whole time, that's awesome. You kept them there. They like what you're doing, right?
Right. Of course.
So Mitch is one I could sit here. Me and Mitch could talk for 5 hours ourselves. So I'm gonna spend a little more time with the other guys. And I don't want to short anybody. I've told Mitch this since day one. There's so many great people in the Hardcore Sports Network. These 7 are the ones I've known the longest, the ones that I've gotten close to the most. And with the passing of Jeff, really brought us a lot closer to, and made me. Mitch has been bugging me for months. Not bugging me, but he brought it up every once in a while to join the network. And I'm so glad to be part of this family, Mitch. And thank you. But I do know one guy a little longer than I knew Mitch. And that is my man, Earl Cole. What is happening, Earl Cole?
Oh, my gosh. Hi, guys. How are you? It's been a long and arduous week. But
you're a busy guy, bro. You're a busy guy.
I am. All of these streams and collaborations and changes and names and faces, and it's a lot to take in. It's a lot.
But I'm glad you made it, bro. And I got pretty much the same question for you. There's normally going to be very similar answers because these guys are all fantastic people. What do you like? What do you love about being a content creator?
Well, that is simple. That is very simple. I love my audience. I love entertaining people. I love putting smile on people's faces. And if I can do it on a daily basis, whether I'm ribbing Mitch or I'm ribbing somebody else, I'm always, every time I end my show, I always have a smile on my face because I know I've done my job. Yeah. Even if I tell the audience, hey, go out there and subscribe if you like what you see. Push that like button. It's all in good fun, especially when you pop in, Blaise. I goof on you, and but I always send you love. I always send you love. I said, subscribe to this man because he is great at what he does, and that's what we are. We goof on each other, but it's all in fun. It's nothing malicious or anything.
No, Earl, you have your little Earlisms. You say you got the stew pot. You got everything. It makes it entertaining. It's your personality. You're just being yourself on here, having fun as a wrestling fan, as a sports enthusiast. And like I said, I know you. I've known you longer than Mitch. But you too have really made me want to do more and be more as a YouTube content creator. So I love you guys.
And I'll tell you something. I've been on YouTube now 11 years. And it is something else. I grew out in a tiny little pond as a frog. Now a little tadpole. I'm starting to grow like this.
A tadpole.
Right, a tadpole. Yeah, and I have this guy to thank for all of that. Mitch KOFSKY has been great. He's got my back since the day one, and he's changed everything that I've done. So I'm indebted to Mitch and everyone at Hardcore Sports.
Hell yeah. And I always say too, and Earl touched base on it. If I'm busting your balls, joking around, that means I like you. That means we're having fun. If you can't mess with each other that you love and your friends are, it just makes everything so much enjoyable. And so here's another guy that I love busting balls, and it's a lot of fun. And he can, no pauses, not those balls. You guys know what I'm talking about. We're talking about the man who loves Logan Paul. It's Philly halftime.
You're muted.
Now you got to unmute yourself.
You're muted.
It's going to take a minute. What's up,
all right, what's good?
How
you guys doing?
We're going to have a crowded house here in a minute, but this is a party. We're going to have a little party here. We're going to play a little game with the jerseys I have. but there's diversity in age and not much as location. You guys are, New Jersey, Philly, New York area. You guys are we're all East Coast people, I guess you could say. But Halftime, I want to know a little different from you. How did you get started as a YouTube content creator?
My son, he's always watching YouTube, and he says, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber. Well, he watches me watch football or baseball or basketball, whatever I'm watching, or hockey, and I'm yelling at the TV and I'm screaming out my lungs. My son tells his mom, he's like, how come Dad's not on YouTube? Dude would be a hate because he has the way he yells at the TV.
Yeah.
Why is he just yelling at the TV when he could just have a talk with a bunch of people? And I'm a little older. I'm like Blaise and I'm like Earl.
Yeah,
I'm like we're around the same ages.
We're no spring chickens.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, that's not for me. I'm too old for that stuff.
A great age is wisdom, man. It's wisdom.
I'm like, I'm too old for that stuff, and I'm like, that's not for me. And then,
Mitch is a baby.
So my wife's she wanted to learn how to handle it when he wants to be a YouTuber. So I started doing this, and I'm like, I found how cool everybody was. How the chat is in the thing where they're sitting there talking. Hi, butterfly. And like everybody in the chat's there, and they're hanging out with you for 3 hours. You're just watching me just rant. I love it. It's so cool. And then you find people like Mitch and Earl and you, Blaise, and you got all these guys that come into a group, and they're like the coolest cats, and we're like, dude, I can't find cool cats like that on the damn street right now.
Shout out to Cool Cat Connor, seeing the Cool Cat and Jalen.
Yeah.
Freaking hurts.
You can't find the people on the street like that where you can have conversations like this. No. It became like a big family. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I knew I would talk too much, and I did. We got a draft in 15 minutes. These guys know I ramble. I do. It's just what I do. But I'm going to bring on. I did make a mistake. I said everyone's really local, but we got a Canadian in the house, and that is my man Randy from NEXTSHIFT. But he's an Eagles fan, so he fits in with the crew as well. How you doing, brother?
The demographic. I'm doing good. Thank you.
So the question I want to ask you is, it's a little different. What do you not like about being a content creator? What's the worst thing about being a content creator?
I honestly would have to say for me, being the Canadian content creator is like the time difference and like the fact that I got to try to be on schedule. And I hate to say it, but with these guys versus like my schedule, when it's 5 o'clock your guys' time, it's 3 o'clock my time. So I got to try to be able to make it on time and try to not to interrupt, but also understand what's going on with the topics on at hand and whatnot. So for me, the most difficult part for me is the time difference. But everybody knows when I show up, I show out. So.
And I give big props to Randy for the jokes that we do and the stick that we do with each other. And this is such a great group of dudes. I know I keep saying that, but I say it every interview. I'm not just blowing smoke to blow smoke. It's real. These people are real. They're all their personalities. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We got wrestling fans. We got football and basketball fans. I love doing the Pick and Roll podcast with you guys. Can't wait for football season to start. We're going to talk about some football here in the draft in a little bit, but I got a couple more guys to bring on. I could sit here for 7 hours like someone did last night. Mr. Further AM is in the building. Maybe.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing, brother? So this guy put in some work last night for the Diaz Paul fight, and big props to what you do. So I don't know much. I mean, I really enjoy. We get along just fine. I love to, but I don't know what got you started as a content creator.
I started back in 2008, but I had no interest in ever live streaming. So I guess you can thank AK and Mitch and Randy, NEXTSHIFT and Halftime and Earl and you, because I didn't know about this like over a year ago. I just recently started live streaming. I used to just back in 2008, I noticed there was not much Eagles content creators. especially with highlights and games. So I used to just make a lot of highlights and enjoy making highlight footage of NFL games and posting full games and highlight stuff back in the day, like old 90s and 80s footage. That's how I got into it.
That's awesome. See, I'm the opposite. I'm all live. But you guys inspire me to do more videos, to do the shorts and stuff like that. And I keep bringing up Jeff because he was such an inspiration to me. A machine when it came to shorts, man. That dude was awesome, and it still inspired me. After the huddles in the building.
Pause. Shorts? Is it YouTube shorts?
YouTube shorts. All right. Check out.
Bro,
Mitch's
enough
shorts.
with the pauses, Mitch.
About it.
All right. So, like I said, I could do a 7-hour interview with these guys because they're so much fun to hang out with. There's another guy who I've really gotten a little closer to because of some of the old school hip hop and things like that is my man, Coach Ed. Welcome to the show, my man. How are you?
Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm good. How's everyone doing there?
I got a different question for you, man. Tell me something about yourself that even these guys might not know.
Ooh.
Really?
That's a tough one.
No,
it doesn't have to be personal. It could be experience that you had or
It's
something.
cool.
Anything
It's
you
cool.
want to share.
He's not wearing any pants.
Hey, stop it now. Stop it. In my vast journey through life, most people don't know that I actually was trying to get in the music industry, and I was very serious about it. I was very in-depth about it. Yes, Coach Ed can blow. If he wants to get on the mic, I can sing my butt off.
Nice.
And I left the industry alone because the music industry was very cutthroat. And at the time, being a new dad, I didn't want to sacrifice what I had to do in leaving my child, and going on the road and the monies that were associated with it. So, I left it alone, and I always had football in my life. So it was that was where I stuck it out.
The one thing that I've found from Coach Ed is knowledge. The guy has tons of knowledge, and I'll give you props for that. And the wisdom up there with some of us seasoned veterans, I'll call us.
Come on, I'm older than all y'all. Stop it. I don't mind that.
Hey, in 2 weeks I'll be 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks I'll be 50. So I'm hitting the big 50.
You're still a baby. You're still a baby.
I'll be 29 in September.
Oh, shut up. So we got one more guy who's on location. We got our man AK in the building, and he is at Philadelphia Eagles practice today. So,
man,
how you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? Appreciate you having me on. How you guys doing?
No, hey, AK, I got a question for you. It's a little bit different. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, alive or dead, anybody in the history of the world, who would it be?
I know where he's going.
Oh, man. Woo! Okay. Well, one, Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay. Comedy, because you want to laugh.
Jalen Hurts would be a second.
I knew
Jalen who? Jalen
frickin' Hurts.
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry, man. I'm not Connor. I'm not stealing his. And then third one,
Will Ferrell?
Oh,
no. Jack Nicholson.
Ooh, good one. I like that. So before we get to the draft here, which is in 8 minutes, I want to do what do I want to do? I want to do a little round table going around the horn here. Okay. Let's do. It's so tough. I could ask so many questions to you guys. Let's do favorites. Let's do favorites. So we're going to start with Mitch. Who is your favorite professional wrestler of all time? And we know it's Orange Cassidy, but why is it Orange Cassidy? Who's your favorite all-time wrestler, Mitch? All
time, I gotta admit, it is John Cena all time. Because I actually met him. I actually met John Cena on the backstage at Madison Square Garden. So it was actually really cool. That's the best moment of my life. I got autographed shirts. I got his headband that fits his bicep. Like his bicep will fit my head and everything. Like it's
Earl, I want to ask you the same question because I know you've been to 1,072 live events in Madison Square Garden and everywhere around. You are blessed to be able to see all these live events. If you could pick one pro wrestler in the history of wrestling, who's your favorite?
Oh boy, I have so many of them.
You can pick 2 or 3 if you want. It's all right.
Well, the first one is The Undertaker for sure. And the second one, I'm going to say Pedro Morales.
Ooh, him and Rocky Johnson. A lot of people don't know that. The first wrestling show I've ever seen in a little junior high gym here in southwestern Pennsylvania was Pedro Morales versus Rocky Johnson, the dad of The Rock. That was the first match I've ever seen. And this is in the late 70s. And you have a black and a Mexican leading the show. Those two Hispanic, they were amazing. They were 2 of my favorites back then too, Rocky Johnson and Pedro Morales. So that's good. I'm glad you brought that up. Further, I'm gonna twist it on you.
Okay.
Favorite superhero? Ooh.
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Everybody knows that mine is Spider-Man.
Can I answer the wrestling one? I'm just because I already had
that. Yeah, sure.
Andre the Giant for sure.
Really? That's your. So you're an Omos fan
I
too.
love
then.
Andre the Giant. That man's a legend to me. Moving on, superhero. That's even more harder than the wrestling one for me because
I don't want to give you easy questions.
I'm gonna have to go with Superman. Always loved how he had the super punch. He had the lasers out of the eyes. He could blow out cold air. He could turn back time, and my number one, he can fly.
Very good, very good. I like that. Creative. All right, next shift. I gotta throw a curveball at you. Favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
Oh, yes, I have one, but it's like this one is like kind of like everybody else. It's 1 and 2. My favorite movie, and everybody's gonna laugh. My favorite movie growing up was Scarface. I love that movie.
Okay.
Love Scarface. But my other favorite movie of all time is Boondock Saints.
Great movie.
Wow.
Good shit.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you have a favorite wrestler?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, Owen Hart.
Great. Good one. I dig it. No, he's Canadian, so that kind of works, right?
Yeah, I lived about 2.5 blocks down from the Hart House, so I grew up. I got to see British Bulldog always drive around on his Harley with no helmet on, just totally oiled up with some hot broad on the back.
Yeah, you like that.
They
got your Grady Dick happy, didn't it?
Oh, it made everybody Grady Dick.
All right, fair. That's good. Halftime. We already know Logan Paul's your favorite wrestler and your favorite content creator. So
hate that dude. I don't know how y'all can like him.
I'm gonna ask you too. Halftime. I want your favorite superhero and villain.
Ooh.
So Logan Paul's his villain.
Do you have a favorite superhero? Halftime.
It would be Batman.
Okay.
And the villain.
Will Ferrell?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
The Riddler.
Okay. Who's the best Batman and why is it Michael Keaton?
As long as you know it's Michael Keaton, I'm good. I don't have to even say it.
That's me every time.
He was just outstanding when they first came out. When he was the Batman, he was outstanding. He was just but everybody else tried to be him.
He has no superpowers either. That's the thing about Batman.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Good one.
He just had a belt with a bunch of shit on it.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Coach Ed, you know where I'm going with this one. Hip hop. Your favorite? I know you know tons. We talked for about 20 minutes after that one stream about all the hip hop stuff. I want you to I know you have a top 5. You can't say Rakim because you already said him. So other than your top 5, who's number 6? Because we've heard your top 5. Your favorite hip hop artist of all time. I wanted to make it a little tougher because I know you could pick like 20 right now. If you had one CD, let's narrow it down to this. If you had one CD, I know I'm showing my age, one album you could listen to forever, what would it be? Just one.
You took it, man. You said I can't say Rakim. I mean, paid in full is it.
I changed the question, so I would let you say paid in full because that is
Paid in
classic.
full. That it either be that or Boogie Down Production. Their oh my gosh, their first one, yeah, when they first came out. So
The Bridge Is Over.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I can even go UTFO. I mean, Roxanne. Oh my gosh, I mean,
Roxanne. Yeah, we're gonna start a podcast. Me and Coach Ed are gonna have a hip hop show someday. We're gonna talk.
I was matter of fact, late last night while I was doing some work, I was actually listening to Pete Rock and CL Smooth. So
nice.
Reminisce
over you.
CL Smooth.
Yes. So I mean,
that's a good one. I can't disagree. I mean, we could sit here and talk for hours. AK, my question for you is, who are you picking for the number one pick in the draft in 29 seconds?
Whoever the computer drafts for me.
Oh, you're gonna let the auto draft? All right, fair enough.
Yeah, no, man, I'm gonna be
Mahomes. So can you turn your camera on? Show everybody the Philadelphia Eagle practice facility. You still there?
Well, yeah, I'm outside of it. But
Logan Paul's lost cousin.
Wow, fuck you, man. That's messed up. I don't even like that guy either.
That means you're good looking, bro.
Yeah, I hardly doubt it. There it is.
So, all right, there, nice. Okay, since we know you're going to get Justin Jefferson because he's listed 1 on the thing here, and it's just starting now. Who's your favorite superhero, AK? Do you have a favorite superhero?
Yeah, I actually do, man. It's Deadpool.
Deadpool, that's a good one, bro.
Deadpool is actually my all-time favorite. I love it.
Wolverine.
No, that's my wife's favorite. We all know why.
Canadian.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on, Blaze. I gotta get going here, bud.
Not a problem, man. I appreciate you being on. I'll have to bring some of you guys on individually so I can ask more questions at some time.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciate you guys much.
So he is on the clock. We got the draft started here, folks. And this shouldn't take too long. It's just 12 quick rounds. It's a minute and a half each. Why didn't that update? Hopefully I can share this where you guys can see it.
I really want to know who halftime's going to take.
We got here's the first pick.
Halftime, you taking Will
Who did Randy pick?
No, it's AK.
AK was first. He got Justin Jefferson because Jefferson.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Oh, he won't let me show.
Okay, so now Randy's up.
No, not yet. You got to wait for the pick to go because AK's doing auto.
Well, he picked his. His pick is picked.
Who?
AK. And it's on the Great Cornholio.
Okay.
The draft.
I want TP for my bunghole.
Holy crap.
Yeah. All right.
Now I'm on the clock already. Man.
Wait, is there... Hold on.
I'm trying to show it. If I can figure this out here. There we go.
Who's the rebounder?
Kepler.
Me.
There we go. So there's the next few available. I want to just show the teams if I can.
Then you have time.
Huh?
You took Hurts?
Yes.
Oh, you suck.
Don't you guys know the rules? You can't pick quarterbacks until the third round.
I was going to pick him. I was going to pick him just to so no one else could have
That's
him.
what who said that? That Cowboy fan, Boys for Life. He flipped out last year on Hardcore Sports when you next shift picked. Who did you pick again?
No, he didn't.
He picked the Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert, and dude, Boys for Life just had it. He was just like flipping out.
So this will probably go kind of quick, and when we're done with this, I got one last thing.
That's why I said it.
We'll do after this.
And then I'm back.
Oh, it's me already?
No, it's me. And then, you know what? What the hell?
McCaffrey and Kelsey.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a good one.
So for those watching, it's one quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers and a tight end, and we're skipping.
I hate you halftime.
Who did halftime take?
Randy.
He took Bijan, and that's who I wanted.
Okay.
Overrated.
It's making me continue.
Rookie of the year.
No,
Now I got a
idea
long
who to
time
take.
to relax.
If Tyler Algier got 1,000 yards rushing behind that line, just think what Bijan's going to be able to do. Just think. He's
I
a
think
receiving and rushing back. He's going to light the league's ass on fire.
I just got a long time to relax right now.
Oh, stuff it. Now I don't know who to take. You guys took who I wanted for the first one.
Well, isn't that the whole point?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, goodness gracious. These running backs are hurting.
That's why I had to take McCaffrey right out of the gate.
Plus, you got to look at the bye, too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'll forget about buys probably.
Oh, I'm good on the bye so far.
Who do I want?
Mahomes?
Did someone take him?
Yeah, he's gone.
He was the third
Hey,
pick.
who?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
Yeah, someone further.
I can't stand Tyreek Hill, but I took him.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So we got
The great Cornholio.
I love that name.
Pause.
Wow.
So this should you'll start to fly here, and then we'll do one more thing for our at the end of the day final.
Further, it's your tech.
I know. I got 1 minute.
So while we're waiting, Earl, what was your favorite part of SummerSlam last night? I know it's tough to pick because it wasn't a fantastic show, but if you can pick your favorite part, it was okay.
I like the Intercontinental title match. I thought that was hard hitting, physical.
Those two can bring it every time they fight. Yeah, you're right.
AJ Brown is off the board.
Remember when you took AJ Brown last year and the Boys for Life flipped out?
Yes. No, I thought he called me an idiot for taking it.
Okay, that's what I can do right here. Okay. I can't open it in more than one spot. It keeps disconnecting me.
So
it was an interesting show last night. I could say that. I'm not really happy about the ending, but I'll do my little rant on the WrestleSense podcast on Thursday.
Yeah, I did that today on DJ Storm's channel.
I was loving that angle for a while, but now it's kind of sour on the bloodline.
Who took
after last
Derrick
night.
Henry? Was that you, Blaze?
No, that was AK.
That was AK.
Okay.
We got Dak off, then Cornholio, and then me again.
Oh, I got such a long break.
Fuck, I don't know who to take.
Yeah,
I know. I'm the same way. It's
I mean,
hard.
and we are early. Trust me. Most drafts are end of the month,
We
beginning of
already did
September.
one on the All-Star Sports. I just like F that.
Because
I thought
there's a lot of guys that still don't have homes that we don't know where they're going to play.
Halftime. I dare you to pick Alvin Kamara.
No.
Like,
I'm
Coach,
good.
what's up with Barkley? Is he going to be the main man
I'm
there
back
this
on
year?
the clock already.
What's going to be up with Barkley?
Yeah. I'm a big Barkley fan. I'm a Penn State fan.
It's a combination of what's going to happen with Waller, because Waller can also open up the offense, and because of his ability to hit the seams, it's going to pull an extra player out of the box. So, are you going to run split zone, or are you going to run single high? And running single high, then Waller can be a threat. And if you
Not only that, you guys depth too, Cole. You guys got depth too.
Exactly. I mean, we can go 12 personnel and still play 2x2, and I mean, I'm loving it. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready to play that disgusting team from down south that needs to be blown up and kicked out of the league. The Dallas Cow Turds, as you will say, bro.
Who did you want, Randy, that just got picked? Jamar Gibbs?
I was hoping to snipe Jahmyr Gibbs coming back and fucking halftime took him.
That's going to be weird to see, like, the rookies
Gibbs.
that step up this year. What rookies will, everyone's talking about Bijan and Gibbs as the running back.
Yeah, he's got both.
Ooh, that's risky.
I'll
That's
take
risky.
it. You guys gonna let them guys go? I'll take them.
There goes Lamar.
I need
So you'll start. There's no there's no defenses and there's no kickers. I wanted to make it a little easier for the draft.
Nobody's taken Burrow yet. You know, he would have been a high pick if that ankle or that quad wouldn't have been an injury.
Yeah, I'm real. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but you know, I'm in the same division, so I don't want to face Burrow twice. Back to me, and I need a running back, wide receiver.
No, I was on the clock.
Yeah, you gotta watch. It goes quick. It goes quick.
Yeah, I told you it would go quick.
That's what she said.
I don't pick Browns or Cowboys. And I don't pick woman beaters, so screw you, Joe Mixon.
What about Alvin Kamara? He's still there.
I'm going to go hometown and take Harris. Najee.
Smart.
I like that.
I think he's going to have a good year. We finally got a decent offensive
I like
line.
that pick.
Thank you, Siamalu. So thank you, Eagles.
Dangerous tight end.
Darnell Washington. Love Darnell Washington.
Both of them.
See, in my small world, in my head, I thought Jalen Carter was going to get taken, so the Eagles were going to either try to go after some kind of running back, and then Nolan Smith was going to be taken. So I was like, oh, they'll go and draft Darnell Washington with the 30th pick, because I'm like, what a great predecessor to Dallas Goedert. Have a guy learn behind him and then come out after he's done with his contract. Wow. But you guys spiked his ass up.
So while we're doing this, I want to ask Earl another question. Earl, I asked someone this question during the questions, but I want to know if you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh.
You sit down to dinner, dead or alive, in the history of the world. You can pick anybody to have dinner with. Who would be at your table? Eating that stew.
Let me see. I would say Angie Dickinson would be one.
Okay.
All right.
Let me see. Who else would it be?
Am I too young to know who that is?
Yeah, you're just too young. Just stop it.
Let me see. I would say Burt Reynolds.
Cool. That's a good one.
And John Wayne.
Oh, nice one. Nice one. That would be an interesting dinner there, bro.
Here, I got one.
Go ahead.
Will Ferrell.
Oh, jeez.
Philly halftime in Logan Park.
You're just trolling. You're such a troll.
I thought he was going to pick Orange Cassidy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
You know what? I had this guy last year in my fantasy. He did pretty well towards the end of the season and throughout pretty consistently. And he is from your Philadelphia Eagles, Devonta Smith.
You mother
humper.
Can't let you guys have all the Eagles.
Coach
Ed, I got one for Coach Ed. You are stranded on a desert island, and you can only take 3 items. What 3 items would you take on the desert island with you? Keep in mind, you're trying to survive. You're alone on an island. No one's there. 3 items you can take.
My football playbook.
Because that'll save your life.
It'll feed my mind. It'll feed my mind. Yes.
Fair.
So, I definitely have to take some type of machete.
Yep, there you go. Build a hut, kill stuff, forage, and shit like that. Good answer.
And
fuck you, Mitch.
That third one is kind of hard. Now that I think about
And
it,
then,
you're trying to survive.
And then for me, I'm gonna waddle away.
Oh,
okay. Bad puns.
You know what?
Oh my God.
Plastic bottle.
Okay.
Who
Fair
took
enough.
Burrow?
Got to have something to carry the water in and drink water in. So I need
That's a good one.
Who took Burrow?
Nobody.
Nobody. Oh, no.
Someone, because I'm in quarterbacks right now. He's gone.
He's not on. He's in line.
Oh, there he is.
Let me look at bye weeks. Oh, my wide receivers got the same fucking bye weeks. I knew I'd do that.
Yeah, I got a couple 9s.
I'm a fucking idiot. I got a lot.
Well,
Yeah, me too.
with only having not a lot of picks, it's going to be free agent. There's going to be a lot
It's
of good
gonna be
players.
a lot.
Yeah.
Padding and dropping and shit like that. We don't have a flex, so I can't really pick another running back.
I love how
or
George
receiver.
Kittle just got picked out of nowhere.
I'm just going with bench.
That would
Well,
be
that's
nice.
probably because
I know
people
that would
need
be
tight
me.
ends. Screw it. I'm picking a tight end. Give me Hawkinson.
I
love
still
Kyle
can't believe
Pitts,
the
but-
Lions gave him up for nothing.
I want Kyle Pitts to bounce back this year, man.
It's that kid they drafted though, Laporta. Apparently, he's lighting it up with the Lions right now, Mitch.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Randy, I got a question for you while we're doing this.
Oh shit!
What's the best comment you've ever had in YouTube? Whether it's a DM or a live stream comment, a comment that really affected you, or you were like, "Wow." Do you have anything like that? A memory that, a story from a follower of yours that really hit home, or whatever?
Not so much like a comment or like a DM, but I had a comment once when I was doing a basketball game during the playoffs, and this person kept popping on, the same person kept popping on, and he or she was like, "Oh my god, like I love how your energy just gets me excited while watching this.
Hey now.
You got me running around the living room, making shots in the air and stuff like that, and it kind of energized me a little bit myself as well, and kind of made me kept going a little bit harder, pause, and kept going like kept just kind of giving it right. And yeah, I from that point on, I kind of started to embody that. So
cool. I dig it. Earl, same question to you. A comment or a reaction from someone about what you do that may have hit home or made you go, "Wow, that's awesome," or a story from a follower or something that may have hit home.
I believe it came from a loyal viewer named Sarah.
Okay.
Who commented on the night. Excuse me. Who commented on the night that I did the Raw watch along after Jeffrey died. She says that we had chemistry and we had something special, and that kind of hit me.
Yeah.
That hit me right to the heart. And
that's a good one. It's true too. You guys were really good together, and I've said this before, and man, I could sit here and talk about him for so long.
Yeah,
just
all
the way
Eagles are gone. God damn it.
Just the way he respected people's opinions. Like he would see someone's opinion and he might disagree with it, but he would really say, hey, that's your opinion. You can have it. He would respectfully agree to disagree and continue to be such an inspiration. He really was. Oh man,
and also if somebody was kind of being an a-hole in the chat, he would bring them out and say, listen, we don't allow that kind of stuff here. So he stood his ground too. And I love that about him as well. He was stern, but also really a good, like a polite man.
Yeah. I always say a shining example of what a content creator should be here on YouTube. You know what? 100%. I'm going to take this guy, and it has the same bye week of he was really good with Aaron Rodgers, but I think without him, they might use him more. Aaron.
It's possible, yes.
They might rely on their running game a little more without
That's
Rodgers'
why I picked Joe Mixon for that exact reason, because they don't have Burrow now. So they're going to
How long is he going to be out? Is he going to be out for a while or something, Burrow? Is it that bad of a
heard. I don't know.
Maybe
I thought it was only a couple weeks.
Yeah, I thought it was only probably the first week of the season, and then with Mixon, I'll be honest. How long is he going to be there? I mean, he's dealing with his own legal issues as it is.
Darren Waller. I was going to pick Darren Waller. I think he's going to do good with the Giants. What do you think about having him up there, Coach? Coach, what do you think about Darren Waller up there?
Oh, I love him. He's going to be the focal point of the offense in the pass game. He's going to be the number one target during training camp. Him and DJ have created such amazing chemistry. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And what most people don't realize until you really see him, that man is big.
Right.
I mean, he's 6'6", 250 pounds, and when he's going up, we have a cornerback who's 6'3", and he made him look small.
Damn, I'm having another homer pick here. I want George Pickens. I think he's going to have a decent year.
Oh, come on. Get out of my head.
I'm not afraid to scroll down and pick someone down the line. Most people go right in line, pick one of the first.
Knows that this person thought Kenny Pickett would be MVP with 10 interceptions.
Halftime hates Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett sucks.
Oh, you suck.
Come on, he's not going to be MVP. You got to
He's
stop.
not going to. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, for goodness sake.
He
said
That's the argument we got to get. We got to get Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, I mean, I could pick a couple other quarterbacks. Who was your
Oh, you
quarterback when
suck
the
it.
Eagles won the Super Bowl?
Nick Foles.
I rest my case. You don't need the best quarterback in the world to win a Super Bowl. You need a really good defense and a quarterback that doesn't make a shitload of mistakes.
Who took Burrow? Someone got Burrow.
I did. Insurance.
That's not a bad idea.
I was gonna do that.
Give me Trevor Lawrence. I think he's gonna have a
So
good
nobody's
year.
picking. What about Dak Prescott?
Oh, no.
Well, we got.
Mr. Turnover Machine this year?
I was going to make a little video. Someone posted a picture and said, let's get this out of the way already. It's a big picture of Dak Prescott, and it says, the Dallas Cowboys have been eliminated from the playoffs.
Dak Prescott may end up being like a broken ATM. Just come up, press one button, and they're going to throw the money at you.
And yes,
Does
I said
anyone know
playoffs.
how long Kyle Pitts is gonna be out?
Playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Yeah, Dallas ain't making the playoffs.
Again, anyone knows how long Kyle Pitts is gonna be out?
Didn't know he was out.
He's questionable.
Did he get hurt in practice?
Take your pick.
I did. Kyle Pitts.
Did he get hurt in practice?
I guess, yeah. He was.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice, not
All right, I'll take
Why'd I go right into that?
There's only 2 more rounds left, man. We're almost done. Then we got one last little game to play. I got 2 running backs. I need a running back for my bench. Not Kamara. Not the Kamara lock.
Damn.
I think I was high on Kenneth Walker, but I'm so afraid of him not being healthy.
Halftime, you picked Mr. Softy, Devo Samuel.
Who knows when Dalvin Cook's going to play?
Did anyone pick any Cowboys players? I know AK was like automatic.
I said I don't pick Cowboys or Browns.
I don't pick Cowboys yet.
Pick Cowboys.
This is kind of the same idea with my other running back. He doesn't have anybody else with him, but I can't pick him. This is tough. I only got 30 seconds now.
Alexander Madison's gonna have a big role this year.
That's who I was looking at, but because he was like goal line and he had more than one. But will they just keep? No team has a bell cow running back that only runs anymore. It's like that's history. It sucks.
Oh, I got a good pick in mind. No one's even.
Let's go with Kenneth Walker. Let's hope he stays healthy. I think he's a beast. I think he's. Me and Next Shift, I'm picking all that. That's what I love about fantasy drafts. There's always someone's like, shit, he picked my pick, damn it.
That's what happened to me.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
They are what I thought they
That
were.
was a long time ago. I remember that one.
They are what we thought they were. Yeah, you got this one too, Next Shift?
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So y'all.
I love that one. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Oh shit!
I was waiting for Mitch to talk again so I could interrupt him and play another commercial.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
I haven't said anything.
In fuego.
I loved NBA Jams, man. That was such a great video game back in the day.
Yeah, I
Randy,
love old school video.
Randy, don't pick the guy I'm thinking. Please don't.
2 running backs, wide receiver. There's so many. See, that's the thing. There's going to be so many good players left with only 6.
Randy, that's not the guy. Why would you pick a player that goes left hand up?
Oh, geez. Do you guys think Michael Thomas? Anybody think Michael Thomas can snap back?
He's got your car.
Hey, Carr's not a superstar, but he's pretty damn
Chris
consistent.
Olave. It just depends on if Chris Olave opens up areas for him to attack. So,
but he's a running back now. It's not.
I got Olave.
Blaise, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Blaise, let me ask you a question. Which wrestling move is more devastating? the Canadian Destroyer or the Frog Splash?
Ooh.
Well, number one, I'd say it depends on who does it.
Logan
But
Paul. We just say
I would-
Logan Paul did it.
He's got one of the best
Say
frog
Logan Paul
splashes
does
in
it,
the
but he
game. Hate
can't
to
do
say it.
shit.
Well, the two tight ends I'd want to back up Hawkins Center the same bye week. I like Cole Kmet, and I think Dalton Kincaid can have a good season. And I wanted to get that connection between Josh Allen, and I need a tight end.
Does it really matter for the bye weeks? I don't think so in this.
Yeah, because then you won't have. If I pick someone with 13, I won't have a tight end for week 13.
Yeah, but you go into free agency, you can pick up somebody.
But what if those two that I get are like the top two?
Then put them on your bench.
Yeah, what if the first 2 weeks they go off and someone's like, I'm gonna snag him for my bench, and then so he's got to pick it now. He's got to go now.
Yeah, this is my last pick. I got to take a tight end.
I have
Just to
2
be
more
safe.
picks left.
Well, but I got till week 13 to think about it. So let's screw that. Let's go a different idea here.
That's a amazing buck.
DeAndre Hopkins. Let's see if Hopkins can do well.
I mean, I have 3 players with the 13th bye week. I got 2 with 9. I got 2 with 10. Like, it didn't matter.
Oh, no, I had 2 more picks. My bad. I thought I only had 1.
No, I'm the one who's actually done. So after my pick, that's mine. I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Okay.
I need 2 more picks.
See you later. He said he was done. He said you were done.
I heard him.
Can I have my spot back?
There you go. You little
Please.
baby.
Can I move Earl back?
I'm gonna move everybody around again here, just because Mitch is a crybaby.
You
A
can put me on the
Jewish
end. I don't
crybaby,
care.
there you
Don't
go.
hurt my feelings.
There you go. Jewish crybaby. There you go.
Oh, geez, you had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Yeah, always. Always.
If you can't make fun of yourself, why not? That was a slam dunk.
Oh, he gets an alley-oop.
One of my favorite ones is this because
You
I
ready
love
for
Steph
this?
Curry.
Not a lot of. You ready for this?
Excuse me,
Chris?
sorry.
What?
I'm trying to pick him. He won't let me. There we go. Calvin Ridley.
Huh?
What's up, coach?
Calvin Ridley. He didn't play at all last year, so I'm putting him in.
I'm watching a football game from last year.
I mean, the injury thing, we've talked about that before. Everybody has injury, could be injured. So you never know who, from now until the beginning of the season, we could see 2 or 3 injuries that cost someone a player for the whole year.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's the whole preseason left. And that's why, you see
I'm done.
people be very careful about, how they play in the preseason. All right, my last pick. Now I should kind of pick that tight end now if I can. Screw a tight end. I'll pick one up later.
That's what I'm doing.
I mean, week 13's Hawkinson's bye, so unless he really gets hurt or doesn't do anything. The weakest is probably running.
No, I have Kelsey and.
What's wrong with Pacheco? What's wrong with Isaiah Pacheco?
He has hand and shoulder surgery, so he's out right now.
And a lot of people think he's not going to have the biggest bounce back year like he did last year because a lot of teams are going to load the box or they're going to spy somebody on him or something. I don't know. I just seen a lot of people doing drafts and they put him as like the person to stay away from.
Dude, running backs is so hard to pick this year.
You ain't lying.
So hard to pick this year. You know what? Dalvin Cook, please sign with somebody. I picked him. Why not?
His brother was there, Jared.
Well, I thought about him too. All right.
Well, since it's my last pick and I got everything, I'm getting Khalil Herbert because I'm biased.
Let's look at some teams. AK had auto draft. He got Deshaun Watson, Derrick Henry, and Jonathan Taylor.
Nice.
If they both play well, holy shit. And Jefferson. He has no tight end. He has one more pick. It should automatically pick him a tight end. He got Jefferson, Taylor, and Henry. I don't like Watson because he's a Brown, but
yeah, the auto draft's just going to pick the highest pick.
let's look at Dak.
Not necessarily the best.
It will automatically pick a tight end now because that's all he has left. So Dak off, got Herbert, Barkley, Chubb, Chase. I like Olave. I really like
If he
Olave.
gets Herbert,
Yeah, I think he's going to do big this year.
Olave is consistent. I think he was a target fiend. But wait, they got a new quarterback.
Before I became a team.
Melt the microphone, says cola ice cream.
Ice cream.
So we got Mahomes, Mixon, Stevenson, AJ Brown and Diggs. Nice receiving core with Goddard. And Rodgers on your bench, Mr. Cornholio. Yeah. Rebounders, Hurts, Bijan, and Gibbs. That'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
I need TP for my ball.
What about Antonio Gibson? He had a good rookie year. Do you think he's going to get shares of runs over there with Robinson as well? Could he snap back and be a good running back? I don't know. I liked him his rookie year. Lamar Jackson, McCaffrey, Etienne. That's not bad either. We got, like I said, you're going to have a bunch of ringers for players when you do a draft with six teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got one more thing to do.
Yeah, I like my running backs. I got Barkley and Chubb. So
yeah, you got a dick you got a dick on your basketball team and a Chubb on your football team.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play a little game here for you. We did football, so we've been talking football. Let's talk a little bit about basketball. We are going to play. Whose jersey is it anyway? Figured I'd put my jersey collection to use, and some of these are easy. Some of these might take a little bit. Now, keep in mind, I haven't bought a jersey in a while. My last couple were sort of recent. I need a new Steeler jersey, to be honest. But some of them are 90s and in the 2000s. But let's see who can guess them as I show them here on the screen. You guys tell me who they are. First one's kind of
Penny Hardaway.
Got it. It's on it. It's on it. All right. Now let's go out to the West Coast.
Who's gonna win?
Mitch Richmond.
Nope.
Who's that one? What?
It's the 15.
Oh, I thought it said 13.
Is that Spreewell?
Yeah, choke your coach.
No, I thought it was 13.
Laurent Latrell Sprewell. All right. One of my favorite players, but man, the injuries and stuff, he hasn't really been the same. From the Washington.
John Wall.
Yeah, remember the John Wall people were doing his he had his own pants and everything. That's one of my favorite jerseys too. I love.
He's still a free agent, is he not?
I don't know if anyone got him. Who's he playing for?
On the Wizard. No, they let him go.
They let him go. Yeah, he's still a free agent.
There's a good bit. Here's one for my boy Rios.
Oh, Yowie? No.
Nope.
No. Jeremy Lin.
Oh, good, Mitch. Jeremy Lin. Linsanity. This one's a little tougher. You guys might have to think.
He got his chip in the right place.
For those that know college, I think he went to Arkansas.
Shit. Bibby? No.
He's not Bibby.
It's not Weber either.
Yeah, I know that.
Weber wore 2, right?
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Halftime. Who is it?
The Kings.
I don't know. I don't know basketball.
Big guy. He was a big dude. Thick.
Not Divock.
Nope.
No.
This is a tough one.
No.
I need the Jeopardy music.
Yeah, right.
Me on that one.
It is tough. Yeah, is that Randy?
Randy already got ready to go.
All right. Corliss Williamson.
Oh, shit.
I would not have guessed that.
Corliss, a very interesting first name, too. I dig it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Tayshaun Prince.
Wow. That was right on the button there, Kentucky boy.
I'm a big fan.
That was a good one. One of my favorite point guards back in the day.
Kevin Johnson.
Yeah. KJ was dope, man.
Kevin Johnson.
The mayor of Phoenix.
Yeah. All right.
Is that Jason Kidd?
No,
it's not.
Oh, wait a minute. No, Jamal. No, is it Jamal Mashburn?
The Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Another Kentucky one. You can tell I'm a Kentucky fan. So this one's a speed round because everyone should get this one. It's pretty easy, and it's a college jersey.
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony. Yeah.
Is he retired?
Yep.
Yes, he just retired this year.
Officially retired.
Yeah.
I think he'll come back.
I'm gonna throw a big hint with this one. As a Kentucky fan, I gotta hate this dude.
Christian Laettner. I'm a Michigan fan. I mean,
I hate Laettner.
Why?
I'll never forget that shot either. It still burns me. I was out and about watching it, and this is show my age too. I was at a Sears in a mall, and the TVs were on, and I was sitting there just, I wanted to bust every TV in that mall. I don't know if you guys remember these jerseys. These are they had shoes that matched denim. Do you remember who this? They have a denim jersey, and they had denim shoes that matched them. Kentucky.
What?
They had denim shoes that matched. I have the denim.
Heavy.
I have the denim shoes too. It's just denim. It's not real denim. It's just.
When you say denim, I think of the word venom. Like every time.
Mitch is drunk. Are you eating them funny brownies already?
Yeah, he's drunk.
This is a tough one. Walter
McCarty.
Yeah, he doesn't have it on the back. Walter McCarty. Well, college is a lot. All right, Randy. If you don't get this one first.
Vince Carter.
I got a Jordan, North Carolina too, but that's way too easy. But VC, the greatest in-game dunker in the history of basketball for me. Okay.
I beg to differ.
Sean Kemp? You think Sean Kemp?
Sean Kemp or Neek?
Dominique. Okay, I can't argue with that.
Fair.
But Vince Carter, I mean, Kemp, the one in the lane that they show all the time with Kemp, that's unreal.
Yeah,
just makes me quiver.
Kemp is, I love the Rain Man.
College
you still can't knock down the fact what Vince Carter did in the Olympics, though, dunking over that man.
Is that Stephon Marbury?
Starberry, baby. Starberry. I love this jersey.
Yeah.
And the last one is a Philadelphia 76er, and I have like 5 Iverson jerseys. It's not Iverson.
Reggie Stackhouse.
Jerry Stackhouse. You got to get the first name right. You lose.
Jerry.
Stackhouse. So I wanted to throw a 6er one in there, but there you go. There you have it. That's fun. That was a good little time there. I have a million jerseys. Why not use them? And I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So now we got our closing segment. And we always have fun with it. I always joke with people that say different things like to tell the truth, to be honest with you. And I always go, what? Do you normally lie? To be honest with you, or to tell the truth. And I do this all in fun. But I know a lot of people that say at the end of the day a lot. So I started to have a segment called At the End of the Day. So why not give our final thoughts here today with a little segment called At the End of the Day. But before that, we're going to go with one more commercial break. We got a real commercial and a fake commercial.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, Atari, let's see your best pitch.
You're out, Rose.
I quit soccer to play Atari.
You need more practice, Haley.
You can't keep me in here, Atari.
The Atari video computer system is 20 cartridges with 1,300 game variations you play on your own TV set. Don't just watch television tonight. Play it.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Blaze Brew proudly brings to you Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. Comes in a wide variety of flavors and colors. Available now at your local liquor stores, beer distributors, grocery stores, gyms, hairdressers, gas stations, restaurants, doctor's offices, pubs, bars, brothels, strip clubs, and street corners. Eliminator Beer, get one now. You won't be disappointed. You'll be shit-faced drunk.
Randy, I'll send you some Eliminator beer.
You said brothels. Oh my gosh.
Doctor's offices. You know. I enjoy doing those silly things. I'm a clown at heart, so why not? So here's the way at the end of the day works. You know what? Let's do something. Let's do one more thing before we do that at the end of the day. I want to know, and I'm gonna go to each one of you guys. Let's start with Further AM at the bottom here. What is one piece of advice you would give to a new or growing content creator?
Make sure you research, know exactly what you want to get into, and grow organically. Don't, it's always fun to go seek out help, but, don't go barging into other channels trying to steal other subs. Be respectful and try to make friends. That's the most important thing about this content creating is you're also out here to make friends. And I think a lot of people come out here thinking they can do this solo. And one thing that I needed most was support because I didn't even know how to go live. Like I told you earlier, I started this doing highlights and just posting clips and stuff. It took me years till I finally knew how to go live. So I have many people to thank for that, for Hardcore Sports, for leading me in that right direction. So definitely make connections and have fun.
And while we're at it further, what's next on your channel? Another 7-hour boxing stream, my friend? Or
I wish. I would love to have one next. I would love to have one every week if it was a good matchup. Unfortunately, there's not a great boxing match every week. What's next up? Tuesday, MK headlines with the two guys actually above me right now. Falling down on me.
Corey, you have a lovely lady. We need 2 more people. We can have the Brady bunch here.
The 3 right here. We're doing MK headlines, and that starts at 6:00 on Tuesday.
Episode 90.
Yep.
Pause. The 3 of you are having a 3-way, did you say?
I did not say that.
Very good, very good. And I say, and Randy even brought it up in the chat, my little corny tagline, putting unity back into the community. And I think that's very important, is bringing people together. And that's what we're doing here. Randy, same question to you. Some advice you'd give to a new or growing content creator. And no, before we do that, why are you called NEXTSHIFT? Where'd that name come from?
I just thought the idea of there's always a next shift. There's always another topic. There's always something to be talking about. So with me, I'm not always just stuck on the football topic. I'm not always just stuck on the basketball, basketball,
Fair.
NASCAR, UFC. It's always next shift. There's always something next. So for me, next shift. Like in hockey, next shift, let's go. Boom.
Okay.
Well,
hockey.
So like that, you know what I mean? So I wanted something quirky, but something new that not a lot of people said or used. So that's why I use Next Shift.
Cool. I dig it. And what advice would you give to a new or growing content creator?
Oh man, simple. Just relax and realize that this is a grind. This isn't a overnight success type story. That is some people, but not everybody. And you're gonna have your downs, but know that when you get those highs will feel even great. So it'll make you strive for even more greatness. So
amen. I dig it. Great stuff. And we already know what's next for you because Further already told us.
Absolutely.
Philly halftime. What advice would you give to a new or growing content creator, my friend?
Talk about Logan Paul and Will Ferrell.
Oh Jesus! Lost everyone's balls. Good halftime.
Don't worry about subs. Don't worry about. Just have fun and try to get more people involved in your stream or whatever you're doing. Just when you collaborate with somebody or whatever, look at your, do your watch times, because then when you do your watch times, your subs will come. The subs will come when you do your watch times. So everybody here has a lot of watch time, and that's where you get your subs from. And everybody, if you're interested, they'll sub to you. You don't have to always complain, always say, please sub them.
The hardcore sports bunch. I like that on. And never pull your pitcher in the 5th inning that has a no-hitter. And God forbid the baseball game go into overtime.
I'm gonna make a reaction video to that. I have to. I have to make a reaction video to that.
All right. I saw a new name in the chat here. Where'd that go?
Oh,
a newbie.
Someone said they wanted to play along with the
that you want to be a shooby.
Shout out Porter Hobson. Shout out to you, my friend. We got a little Mahomes on there.
Boom.
Shout out to you, my friend. I think he's talking about when we were playing the Jersey game.
No, I think it was when we were doing the draft.
Oh, the draft. Yeah. We'll see how that pans out this year. Coach Ed, what advice? You always have great advice, man. I say it with from the kindness of my heart, man. Your wisdom, when you talk about anything, it's passion and it's knowledge. You're talking about with experience from how you give it, and you're always so chill. I respect that. And so, what advice would you give to a new or a growing content creator?
Be open to learn, but more importantly, don't be afraid to fail.
Awesome. Yep. Well put. I mean, you couldn't say it any better. And that shows whenever you fail, it's picking yourself back up. That shows resiliency and shows, I mean, I talk about a lot of people in my community and a lot of people here and all of us, we all deal with something in the real world, whether it's, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and overcoming that and finding solace and reward in what we do on this platform can be so rewarding. I said this in a bunch of other interviews that when I started this, I was really against like people that had relationships over the internet and stuff. And I said, you can't really get to know and love someone just and never meet them or hug them or shake their hand. But this platform has proven me completely wrong on that. And you guys have proven me completely wrong on that. If I ever, visit up there in Canada or New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, I really wish I'd go to WrestleMania and meet some of you guys too. But Coach, you have everything you say is always so well put and thought out. I respect the hell out of you, my man. I really do. Really do.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Earl, I want to ask you something here. You've been to a lot of live wrestling shows. What was your favorite one ever? I thought about that. You've been to 1,272 live shows, and maybe more. But do you have one in the history that you were like, man, that was the best show I've been to live?
Well, I think the best thing that I've ever been to was WrestleMania Goes Hollywood.
Oh.
I got to see Eddie Guerrero perform one last time at WrestleMania.
Okay.
And who would have thought that would have been the last time I seen him perform in the ring? Who would have thought that?
Right.
Definitely. And it was a fun experience for me. Because as everybody knows, I've been to 11 WrestleManias, and it's just
that's like a quarter of all the wrestling. He's been to 1/4 of every WrestleMania.
It's fun for me. It's fun. It really is.
So now you're a great promoter for your channel. I mean, what you do and your spiel is always great because you're always continuously promoting what's next, what you're doing, engaging with the chat, thanking people for being around. And when you're in a group setting too, you're always so respectful to everybody else and to make sure they get their love too by hitting that like button on every one of our channels. And I love it. I mean, Earl, you got an endearing personality. You really do. And it brings people together. And I respect the hell out of you for that. So from your experience here on YouTube, what would you tell someone who's a new or growing content creator? What advice would you give them, Earl?
Well, I would give two pieces of advice. First of all, the most important thing is be yourself.
Yep.
Amen.
Be yourself. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Don't come on the air and pretend that I know this and I've been around the world and all of this and I know that. Don't do that because somebody may call you out on it and you're not gonna know it. You're just not. So most importantly, just know what you're talking about, target your audience and roll with that. And then the second thing is don't be afraid to fail at the first time you do something or you try something new or you bring something to your show and it doesn't work. I've tried all kind of elements to my show. I've tried everything and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. I don't bring it back. I just try to refresh and think in my head and think outside the box and bring everybody into my world. And that is something that you have to do as a content creator.
It's being open to change and being
Right.
able to evolve yourself and do something
Right.
different. Or, I was telling Mitch the other day, when I used to do my streams the first couple years, I'd do a stream, and then as I cleaned the house or cooked dinner or something, I would throw that stream back on and listen. As a commentator, because I do heavy commentating. When I do the NFL Red Zone, I'm not just sitting there watching. I'm commentating every fucking play, losing my voice, yelling like an idiot, making stupid jokes. So I'd listen, like, what do I say too much? Was there dead air? Is there something I can change to make it more engaging for the chat and the fans? So, Earl, and I want you to promote right now your channel. What is next for your channel, my friend? What do you got going on?
This is going to be a very busy week. I have a hero sandwich full of content that is just busting out with onions and stuff and meat and stuff like that. It's
talking to you, I get home.
And then halftime says I have a tapeworm.
Oh my gosh! Well, anyway,
food every time you can hear him. Now it's a hoagie.
Well, it's gonna start off on Monday night. We have the Monday Night Raw watch along, and that's coming down the pike tomorrow night. Then I have AEW Dynamite on Wednesday night. Then I have the Wrestling Experience on Thursday night. Then Friday night SmackDown Friday night, and then of course we're gonna be wrapping up the weekend with Collision. So. It's a lot. It is a lot. It's coming down the pike. It's all in the cook pot, and I hope everybody gets ready for the content. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
Earl, I'll be with you every single day except for Monday Night Raw.
Oh, that's cute. Coach, I wanted to ask you real quick. What's next for your channel? What you got going on?
Ooh, I mean, Tuesday I have my show that I do with NYG 22 called Heart of the City, where we dive into the sports scenes in New York sports, but we're going to be expanding it, especially with football, probably bringing on people from different teams, that are playing the Giants.
Cool.
I know he's talked about wrestling and other things. Wednesday, I actually have my audio podcast on Shadow Worlds Radio, 12 to 2, every Wednesday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. every Wednesday, where I give my perspective on different sports scenes. This week, I'm touching base on Diana Taurasi hitting 10,000 points, and then NFL with, the training camp was going on, the suspensions, and then college football with the realignment. With the Pac-12 basically disappearing, and who's at fault with that? Many people are blaming the Big Ten, and I say strongly it's not the Big Ten's fault.
Yeah.
But you'll be surprised at who I say is at fault. And then, depending, it's either going to be Friday or Saturday. I'm going to do my Smash Mouth Trash Talk.
Yeah.
That you can come in and you can talk trash about whatever team. It doesn't matter. They have fun, but also, talk a little bit more about the teams. But yes, you're a Steelers fan. If you want to talk about the Cleveland Browns, me, Dallas is my pet peeve. So, but we also still talk a little bit of football. So, that's it. And, I have a few other things I'm working on. So, game strategy. I don't know if I'm going to release game strategy this week or probably in a couple of weeks, because the season's coming up and I talk strategy of the game. So I'm breaking it down, giving you the coach's perspective.
Get in the mind of a real coach, man, experienced coach. And it's before I get to Mitch, the little list that I have that I like to remind people, just things about being a content creator. Number one, be unique. And you guys have kind of touched base on that. I'm Blaised Radio for a reason. I logged out of YouTube and then go into the Blaised Radio search in YouTube. You're only going to find one channel. That's me. And that's the idea behind it. You're very unique. It helps. Your page appearance, have a good header. Have your playlist set up. Make it so when they experience your page for the first time, it kind of grabs you. The trailer video, I think, is important. If you have a good trailer video, the first time they visit your channel, they see this trailer video that explains in a very short time what your channel's all about.
I need that.
Social media presence is a big one. And we all know that, YouTube's notifications don't go out like they used to tell everybody when you're live. So sharing it on YouTube, sharing it here, your community tab, Twitter, wherever other 5,000 social medias you want to do it. This is one of the biggest ones, and we touched on it earlier, engaging with your audience. To each his own when they do their live streams, but I've seen people never talk to the chat, never engage them. You wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the chat. The chat, they have no obligation to be at your show. They could be anywhere in the world. They're at your show, and that's why I try to shout everybody out, letting them know exactly what's going on. Yeah, you got to get some good head. Everybody looks some good head. Thank you, God. Thumbnails are important. When you make a thumbnail, and I'm a graphic designer, so I love, and I've gotten better. I started out really bad, putting too much shit on my thumbnail that you can't see it. It has to be simple. It has to scream, hey, come watch this video when you do thumbnails. I guess I should throw shorts in there now, sorry, Mitch, YouTube shorts in there as something that really can get your channel out there nowadays. Hashtags and descriptions. Me having a big computer background, I realize when people want to find channels, the hashtags, going in and doing all those hashtags in your description, every word you put in your description can help them find your channel. So that's kind of important. You guys mentioned it too. Study and learn from others. I mean, I've learned a ton today. I learned from you guys. I always go and experience even channels I don't like. I'll go watch them to see what they're doing good, what they're doing bad, what I should try, something new. I mean, that's huge to me. Avoiding negativity, trolls, people coming in, using words you shouldn't use, saying shit you shouldn't say in a chat just to get you riled up. I call it the ignore war. You can do two things. You can get upset about it and let it bother you. And I used to do that. I'm a very emotional person. I couldn't stand when I had a bunch of dislikes on my show. I'm like, are these people that are in my community disliking it? I never knew. But ignoring it is one way to do it, and just letting it slide. Let your moderators take care of it, delete them, whatever. But at the same time, I love flipping trolls. So if someone comes into my, not freaking flipping, but turning them into subscribers, when I was a retail manager, we always taught people, when someone comes into the store and says, you know what, I want this, 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 and this, you're just clerking. You're not really selling what you do. So I always taught my salesmen, you need to sell them something. So you need to try to get them to buy something that they didn't even know they wanted to buy. So be creative about it. So when a troll comes in my chat, I've told my moderators, don't delete them right away. Let me try to fuck with them a little bit. Let me try to get them to laugh. Let me try to get them to understand what we're doing on our channel. And I've turned some into followers that are still with me, that came in and tried to troll me. So that's something I really wish more people would do. Like give yourself a chance to try to, thick skin. I didn't have thick skin when I started. That was my biggest mistake. I let shit bother me. You got to have thick skin if you're going to be a content creator. And you guys even said, be yourself. I think that's number one. Even though I am not Blaise McCoy, he is not Philly Halftime, he is not Next Shift or Further. We have real names, but those are our identities here. But let your personality come out. But
I can't let my personality fully come out because
you're an asshole.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say I'm not.
He is.
Hey, admitting it is the first step.
Halftime stopper. You're nothing but a big cuddly teddy bear.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you're nothing but a bitch.
Okay. All right. He was gonna say I was a bitch too. I was gonna say my coach is the man. So
yeah,
if you wanted to call me a bitch, I'm like, yep.
And for those watching the replay, please leave me a comment so I know you stopped by, because I wanted to bring these guys together. You see the camaraderie we have. It's like hanging out with a bunch of dudes that I've known my whole life. And I haven't known you guys for that. I've known Earl the longest, and then Mitch.
I've known Earl for 10 years.
And I do want to reiterate this again. This is just the tip of the iceberg of the Hardcore Sports Network. There's a bunch of amazing people. And I'm on streams with Rios, who's down there in Texas. And I'm on streams with Mac the Giants. I think Mac is an awesome dude, too. I appreciate his.
Hands down, awesome.
So, and there's so many, I could sit here and name so many people. I mean, I give Further, all you guys and Mitch that brought these people together and created this, AK, all the guys that have created this. And big shout out to AK for popping in, even though he was out enjoying the day. But I really think you got to think outside the box, like someone said earlier. I think my man Earl said that. And and just do whatever you can do. What's this? We got boo. I thought that said booty for a second. Boofy. Thoughts on the Texas running the table? They got a lot of question marks down there, but
yeah, that's going to be a good team this year.
They got some good play. I like Damian Pierce. I really like Damian Pierce.
I like John Mechie. I like John Mechie the third.
Yeah. There's a lot. I love the parody in sports nowadays. I said that before, and I like to dig into my Eagles fans and say you guys are only going 10-7. But I know you guys disagree with that. But it could happen.
Bird Gang.
I love busting his ball too. Bird Gang, Cool Cat Connor. There's so many names I could sit here and just rattle off. That this community's fucking phenomenal, for lack of a better term. And I'm blessed to be a part of it. I really am, and I love all you guys from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't think of not being part of this group at this point. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, guys. I mean, we're just going to grow bigger. We're going to get the Hardcore Sports Network monetized, and that's something I also wanted to mention. I had a little surprise.
Did you say we're going to grow bigger?
Hey now. I have the Hardcore Sports t-shirt. I used the logos you guys had, put it on my TeePublic store. I said any sales that I had until you guys get your own t-shirt store or merch store that I would give back. But what I'm going to do is I've only sold 2, but the one I have and someone else has. So
that was Carlos.
Yeah,
Rios buddy. Yeah.
But what I want to do for the month of September, I am going to pay for the entire StreamYards for the Hardcore Sports Network. Right. I'm taking care of it for the next month. I'm gonna, whoever is in charge of it, I'll PayPal them or whatever. But I want to pay for StreamYards for September.
We'll talk about it later.
I'll take care. I want to donate some. I have an extra. Look, my birthday's coming up. Got a little extra cash. I want to donate to the network. I want to give back
extra cash. That's my language.
Oh, geez. So I do. I mean, even if I have to pay for the 2 months worth of the StreamYards for us, I keep saying you guys like I'm not part of the team.
I got halftime rolling.
He's a
I try to look past all the craziness that Mitch always says, but I will be making a donation to the Hardcore Sports Network to help out, because at this point I can't always do it, but I want to give back with my silliness, with my craziness and my dumb jokes and my dad jokes and crap. But I have a little, I want to give back to you guys. I want to support this group as much as I can so we can get bigger and better and grow hard.
Oh,
I knew you're good. I want to. Oh, it's an automatic pause on that one.
No problem.
I just keep bringing up Beavis and Butthead every time.
Beaver and butt plug. Mitch.
Oh,
what advice would you give a newer growing content creator, man? You always have great advice, bro.
Don't be afraid to troll somebody.
I was just gonna say, don't troll people and chase them off of YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Mitch is a practicing professional troll. You're getting better, buddy. You'll get there someday.
Yeah, you're not there yet, but you're getting
there.
Oh,
yeah, I'm there.
No, you're not.
I do want to plug the upcoming show with Mitch and Mike Sports Vibes. I will not miss that for the world. I think you guys are going to be best buddies after that.
Michigan sucks.
That's up to you, man. That's up to you.
Hey, I'm Penn State.
Without John Harbaugh, you guys are garbage.
I'm sick of Ohio State and Michigan beating my Nittany Lions. So,
hey, I'm a Rutgers Scarlet Knight fan, and I all of them kicked my ass. So come on now.
Hey, they're going to be the Big 30 pretty soon, right?
All right. So advice I would give: consistency. Yeah. Consistency is the biggest thing. Like, you guys see me, I'm live basically every single day. I got a live stream tonight at 8. I got Cool Cat Mitch tomorrow. I got Halftime and I are doing a Phillies tomorrow night, I think. Tuesdays, MK Headlines. Wednesdays, a Pick and Roll and an AEW. Thursdays, the Wrestling Experience with him. Friday, SmackDown with him. And Saturday's Collision. So it's just like,
holy hell.
Collision.
I said it earlier. These are some busy content creators on here.
I will say this. I give you guys a lot of credit. I wish I could put as much as in there, but I'm always working.
You're lazy.
Well, there are people that I don't have a family. I don't have a wife or kids.
It's very hard.
And then
I do. That's a good point, Halftime. I mean, people that have full-time jobs and still do this, people that have kids and a family to take care of and still do this, props to them, man. That's phenomenal. And I do have to shout out Mitch a little more. than he gives himself credit. The guy's adding people's YouTube shorts to the network. He's always sharing shit out. He's always trying to think of something new and creative to add to the network, or a new show or something new. You know, I see all the head nods. Am I right or what? I mean, do we owe?
No, you're definitely
I
right.
mean,
He makes people's thumbnails for him when they don't have time to make a thumbnail, and he puts it on the StreamYard. He's
We're
very
not
good at what
worthy.
he does.
Yeah.
Because he has enough time. He has enough time. Let's be honest.
But you're still down here as a troll.
yeah. You're still a shitty troll.
I gotta bring you off that pedestal a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Just because you got somebody they kicked himself off the freaking YouTube because he was weak. Don't mean you're good.
Come on. Let's keep we know Mitch is very negative and he's a hater, but let's stay positive.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
So I kind of interrupted the end thing, but we're gonna reel it and we're gonna bring it back. And we're gonna have right at the 2-hour mark. We are done. This is normally how these shows go. I'm glad we got to do everything. What?
When it comes to the Hardcore Sports Network and the family that we have built, I left one network, and then AK called. Well, I call him, and then he goes, "You want to start a network?" That day forward, Hardcore Sports Network is born, and the fact we're almost monetized, it's just insane. Like, it's incredible. I can't believe how far we've come. And bigger the better, right, Earl? Bigger the better. Pause.
And the sky's the limit for this group. I mean, we've got so many talented people, so many different types of personalities all coming together. You don't always have to agree with everybody. I think that's something that needs to be said. You can agree to disagree and still be friends and still be cool with people. I mean, you don't have to shun people just because they don't believe in the same things you do. I mean, all of our communities. No, yeah. Browns and Cowboys fans can fuck off, though.
And if they don't agree with you on the Sixers,
then you troll them and you make a video about them.
There we
go. Mitch, you trolling that one guy.
So what we're going to do here is, at the end of the day, the final thing. And when you give your final thought, you have to start it with, at the end of the day, whatever. Okay. So this is our final thoughts segment to close it out tonight. This has been a blast, man. People watching the replay, please keep sharing this out. Let people learn. I've learned a bunch. We all learn from each other and continue to be Hardcore Sports Network, man. So let's start with Mitch first. At the end of the day, Mitch KOFSKY.
At the end of the day, just have fun. Just get to know people. I wouldn't have thought in a million years that I would be friends with people from Canada. Like, people from Philippines watch my content, especially the Sixers. So just that in itself, it's just insane. At the end of the day, just have fun. And Orange Cassidy sucks.
Yeah, I saw that was coming. Cowboy John, my brother, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Great supporter. Earl Cole, at the end of the day, my friend.
At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, take care of your health.
Yes.
At the end of the day, take care of your health.
Yeah.
And always stay blessed and humble.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Well put. That's a good point. I mean, I've wore myself out as a content creator once, and I had an illness that put me in a hospital for 4 times, a lot of problems, and this is before COVID. And part of it tore me apart because I thought I'd never be able to be a content creator and come back to YouTube. But you can beat anything that the world puts at you. You can beat it, you can overcome it, and you can be successful at whatever you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it, because no matter what you want to do, I think you can. Earl, that was phenomenal. That was well put and right to the point. Coach Ed, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, just know I am the sexiest fat man you will ever know.
Hold on. You need solo for that one.
Yeah,
Give us look at that sexy guy. The hair, I'm jealous, bro. I said it a million times. I want that hair, those muscles. Man, goodness gracious.
No, seriously. Just know, at the end of the day, through all of this medium, it's a family. We may be different teams, whatever, sports. It's a family, and you can find family members out there. And being a part of the family, it could help someone. You know, people don't realize being someone who is disabled and not the man that I used to be, and has been dealing with some things. This has helped me. I love Jeff to death, and I miss him, but he helped me a lot. He
lives in
helped
all
me
of us.
a lot.
He lives in all of us.
And that's what I mean by the family aspect. Even all of you guys have helped me, for whatever reason, advice, helping me along with my channel, whatever, talking trash, I mean, it's all in fun, but it's a family thing. And that's the biggest thing.
There's good trash talk and bad trash talk too. I've seen some of the trash talk here on YouTube where it's like, "Oh, fuck your girlfriend, oh, fuck your mom." That's not trash talk,
No, you wouldn't.
But I mean, people get so silly with trash talk. It's petty,
right.
Don't be petty. You don't make it good. There's good and bad trash talk, and like Coach very eloquently said, doesn't matter what your background is, what religion, your politics, anything. That's why I don't talk about those things. Those are the unwritten rules of my channel. I don't want no politics, no religion, no rape, no murder. You keep those 4 things out, and you can bring people together that you never thought. I don't care what people believe in, as long as you just want to. I call it escapism. No matter what's going on in your world, when you come to my channel or any of these channels in a hardcore sports network, I want you to forget about whatever's bothering you in the real world. I want you to forget about what's bringing you down. I want to forget about, what's pissing you off in your job or your family's whole. Forget about all that and just come have fun with us. And that's I think at the root of all of it is. Put your camera back on, Randy. It's your turn, man. At the end of the day, next shift. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, as you guys watched this episode and watched this show and learned about this network, you can see that we have a brotherhood. And this brotherhood is not just blood. This brotherhood is not just us being us. No, this is us just coming together, being a bunch of dudes, having fun, talking about sports, and just letting it fly. So, yeah, that's it.
Amen. I mean, like I said, a lot of the answers and a lot of the advice and the things that we say are going to be somewhat similar, but the core of it is basically what Randy just kind of summed up there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Besides taking out your pitcher in the 5th inning when there's a no-hitter, at the end of the day, Philly halftime.
At the end of the day, just be yourself. Let all your emotion out. Like, if you're whatever you're doing, whatever stream you're doing, if you're doing wrestling, let it out. Like, if you're not liking what happened, or be energetic and let your emotions come out and just be yourself. So if you're pissed the hell off, tell them you're pissed off. Let your team know you're pissed off, or whatever you're doing. Just be yourself.
So halftime, you're pissed off at that pitcher?
Hell yeah.
So if you be yourself,
listen, I'm still pissed off that my manager pulled a pitcher in the 5th inning, and he only pitched 73.
Go Buccos! You lost to the Pirates, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I can't celebrate too many wins with the Pirates, so
lost to a team we should have destroyed. Yeah.
Listen, whoever's watching this, I mean, I will say this is the tip of the iceberg. This is going to be the beginning of a even bigger, better relationship from the Hardcore Sports Network. You're going to see more from me, from these guys, and everybody else associated with the Hardcore Sports Network, and anybody else that's associated with the network. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm telling you, we are going to. This is halftime. Yeah. Bust your balls. I love it. Big shout out to Mrs.
Listen, I will never stop complaining about it. Let me ask you guys something.
Okay, do we really have to?
No, we got a halftime rant.
Has anybody seen a manager pull a pitcher in the 5th inning when he's having a no-hitter?
I can imagine
73 pitches.
I can imagine Mrs. Halftime sitting there sleeping in bed, and all of a sudden Mr. Halftime gets at 5 a.m, goes to take a piss, and all of a sudden he's like, "For fuck's sake, he pulled him!" And here's the 5th inning, for fuck's sake.
It's already been a week. I'm still complaining about it.
Halftime.
I'm gonna make an announcement right now, and I hope that you guys will be on board with this. You guys got so much going on; it was very tough to plan this out. I had to do it a couple months ahead, weeks or whatever ahead, to make sure with your busy schedules that we can do this. I said I was going to wait until next year to bring back the Get Blaze interview series. I want to do this quarterly with you guys, if not every other month. Every 3 months, I want us to get together and do what we did today in a different format with a bunch of us. We'll mix in some new people from the network so we can introduce them. I'll host it, and we'll expand it to like you guys do. You can have it on all your channels as well. This is streaming live on the Hardcore Sports Network now, for those that don't know. So make sure you go to the Hardcore Sports Network, subscribe, watch some old videos. We need watch time. I grab a playlist last night and let it run all night long. I think it was MK in the morning or something.
Hey!
Whichever had the most videos, so I'm gonna tell you, Mitch, go in there and set up some more playlists so we can, group a whole bunch of them together.
My buddy Tyler's gonna do that. I'm too lazy.
So we can get to that, what we need to do. But I think we've only just begun. We haven't done enough. I want to do more. I used to sing too there, Coach Ed. So we might have to do a duet someday. I was a backup singer. And my falsetto I can do too, but I don't want to get into that right now. I'd like to do this with a handful of you guys. We can revisit where the fantasy league is at in 2 months, or we can talk about
place, by the way.
So you guys have so much going on. I'll plan it ahead. If you guys can't do it, we'll bring it. Like I said, we'll bring in a couple others, but I want this Get Blaze interview series to go through the football season, maybe 2 or 3 times, because this has been like one of my favorite streams I've ever done.
Yeah.
It's because you guys are all here. That's why it's not just me ranting like I did, running my mouth for the first half an hour. I mean, I've been trying to cut that down. We'll have a new format, but I want to share what I have. I mean, we all do that. I want to share. I'm a humble person at heart, but now that I know we all have this platform, let's use it to bring more people together. Let's use it to bring more positivity to YouTube. Let's use it to prove people that it isn't drama and dumb shit all the time here on YouTube, that we can have a successful group with dozens of people, whether we agree with shit or not, and we're going to prove all these fuckers wrong and have the best damn network on this platform. And I think we can do it. We have the ammunition to do it. We really do.
Hey, it means that halftime won't call me Negative Nancy.
Oh, you're Negative Nancy.
Boy, Sam, welcome to the program, my friend.
What's up, Sam?
Good to see you. Hit that thumbs up. Tell him, Earl.
Oh.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like
button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
I love it. And if you can't joke around and bust balls with your friends, man, that's true love. That really is. It's deep down inside, from the core, from the soul, people. And and if I ever get to meet any of you guys, I'm gonna ball and I'm gonna hug you. So I'll let you know ahead of time.
I will say this. When I met Mitch and all, he's a really cool cat. And I sat there one day and we were doing a basketball, and I started calling him Negative Nancy. All right. I actually made him a shirt of the Negative Nancy.
I love it.
But I also gave him one of his favorite basketball rookies.
Go get it. The Iverson.
I gave him Albert Iverson rookie card. Wait, did you say Albert? Because this dude is cool. I will give him credit. I give him the props. He's pretty cool. I gave him.
Now, is this like a PSA 10, Blaise?
Lift I can't tell from you holding up to the fucking camera. Lift it. That's what we're here to do, is lift each other up. Lift each other up. I've given you guys props, not because it's just on a stream. Everything I've said about Coach, Randy, Halftime, Earl, except for you, Mitch. You're a troll. You're a
different
troll.
I'm a Jewish troll. Let's get that right.
I'm gonna pick your brain. I got things I want to talk to you about, some of the animations and videos you do, and I'll share anything that I've done that you've seen that I do. I'd love to continue our relationship. I'm gonna keep that chat in the Skype in Twitter with us 7 open, so we can discuss things outside of the Hardcore Sports Network chat, as this little group, this little core that I've grown to know. And I want to shout out everyone else in the Hardcore Sports Network. Seriously, these are just, once again, I remind everyone, these are just the 7 guys that I knew the longest, that I'm the closest with. So no disrespect to anybody else in the network or who's associated with the network. They're all great people. And that's why I do want to continue this as an extension of this interview series so I can shine light on some of the other amazing people that you guys have brought together. So let's save the best for last. Mr. 7 Hours 3G, Mr. Further AM at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, just have a most excellent day. Party on. Most excellent.
Totally, dude. Totally.
I love it, man.
Yo, is it wait?
Man, that's totally bitching, dude. Like really hanging, man. Like
that was nasty.
Man, I pissed Mitch off.
Totally
so
a
bad,
for
he laughed.
sure, man. Like,
I'm from California.
Make sure you catch those high waves, yo, and make sure like you don't watch out for the coral and whatnot, bro. That's a good time, bro. Good
Hey, Further,
time.
I never busted your balls, but my character is a bucket hat guy, bro. So why you stealing my
What's going on, man? What's going on?
This is a fish hat.
Close enough. Fisherman's hat, bucket hat. So shout out to you, my friend, and shout out to Mitch. He had to take off, but this has been phenomenal. I mean, I do want to expand. I do want to donate to the Hardcore Sports Network. You guys out there, run the playlist. Let's get the channel monetized. Let's keep reaching out to more and more people, having fun, no matter what you guys do. I hate to sound corny about it, but I love you guys. You guys are awesome people, and it's so good to be a part of this group. And
Yes.
shout out to Jeff.
Jeffy, baby.
Yep.
Love you, Jeff.
The one and only.
You'll live through us, Jeff.
The
You'll
one and
never
only.
die as long as the Hardcore Sports Network is here. You are the reason we are who we are, my brother.
Yes,
I love
brother.
you. Peace, everybody. See you in the streets.
Get blazed.
Halftime loves Logan Paul.
Get blazed.
And Mitch loves Lord Cassidy.
Give it to him, Randy. Appreciate everybody being part of the show, man. You guys are awesome. It's only beginning, guys. We'll be back with more very soon. I'm out of here.
Get blazed.